So, today was actually from the 31st of August 2018, so that means the Mega Man Marathon is now coming to a close. Yep, because we've managed to complete 11 games so far, and surprisingly enough, we actually did that pretty well actually, despite some frustrations here and there, like the forms of, well, timing jumps, errors, and stuff like that. Apart from that though, Piglet, we actually did that very well and very nicely too. It was a perfect timing too, because of Mega Man 11's coming to release, including the likes of the demo of that game as well, don't forget. Oh yeah, thanks for pointing that out, Duffy. Yeah, and hopefully we'll be able to actually see Mega Man back in action again, after 8 years since Mega Man 10 for 2010, rarity. Yeah, no. So, I hope you guys are able to actually enjoy this particular marathon, even though we're not going to make it too short or anything. It's just the fact that, well, I hope you guys are able to actually enjoy every single classic Mega Man Let's Plays that we've actually done for this point, like the forms of 1 through 10, including Mega Man and Bass for the Game Boy Advance version most likely, because unfortunately though, we have to deal with this screen crunch, don't you think, Buttercup? Yeah, it's kinda tough though, but even then I got there in the very end. Yeah, but at least you did that very well with that particular discussions to make through. Yeah, I know that. So, as far as the actual longest video length is concerned with the forms of the Mega Man Marathon, the longest video in the entire series in the forms of the actual marathon, it was I most able to did done Mega Man 10, and the first part of that game has actually gone almost over an hour on that video. Jesus Christ, Mega Man, did you manage to done that by yourself? Well, for the most part though, Mario, for the definition of the most part. Oh wow, you must have been doing very well for that time there, Mega Man. So yes, aside from all of that, there are some 3 other games we'd like to discuss upon for this point before the marathon is about to be finished. And that will have to be the forms of 2 remake games from the forms of the Sega Mega Drive and the PlayStation Portable. And especially noticeable, there's actually a sequel to Mega Man and Bass, but only in the Bandai WonderSwan Japanese console. Yes, Steven and I will discuss onto those briefly, but yeah, I think the quality, first of all, before we get into these games discussion to that point, first of all is the fact that the quality on every single Mega Man games we've played so far has actually gone pretty well, like the forms of full screen, widescreen or something like that. Well, the only game exception to the forms of the actual Mega Man classic games we did tackle through, and that would have to be Mega Man and Bass, because, you know, we just have to record this on the Nintendo Wii U's Virtual Console version. Yeah, I know, because even then, I think it's kind of hard to be able to get the original cartridge-only version of Mega Man and Bass nowadays. Yeah, I guess you're right for that, Knuckles, and I did accidentally fall off, so I do apologize. Yeah, I know, because the pillowcase wasn't exactly too much strong implemented, I think. Yeah, I know that. So, yeah, that's all I can say about these classic Mega Man games that we did done. Now let's get into the forms of the 3 other games we'd like to discuss upon. First of all, we'd like to discuss upon is the forms of the game that has only been released on European and Japan Mega Drive game, and that was the forms of Mega Man The Wily Wars. Yes, Mega Man The Wily Wars is pretty much a compilation of both Mega Man 1, 2, and 3, all on the Sega Mega Drive cartridge / Sega Genesis cartridges. And the only new addition is the forms of how the fact that you can actually play as the exclusive new mode in the forms of Mega Man and Mega Man The Wily Wars. That would have to be Wily's Tower. Yes, which means how the fact of the matter is though, before we get discussed upon Wily's Tower, everything else in the forms of Mega Man 1 through 3, in the forms of the Mega Man The Wily Wars, is all in 16-bit, and everything else is all bright and colorful and all that stuff. We're not going to show any gameplay footage of these games, I'm afraid, because we just can't afford to able to actually store any other YouTube videos out there. We just always have to do our own discussions to make. Yeah, because we don't want to let that happen, unlike new forms of that other channel. Do you mean Maxi Tan? Yeah, I know that. And, yeah, that's all I can really say about this. Other than that, The music is a little bit more, of what I've heard, it doesn't even felt quite as right as compared to the NES version counterparts. And also what I've noticed is that Mega Man 2 on the Mega Drive version doesn't have 2 difficulties. I think the only game mode where we can only play what we know is the difficult mode. Meaning that you know how the fact that Sonic did recently tackle for Mega Man 2. Yeah, which I've recently done the difficult mode on that game. And also that game seems to have some slowdown issues in the forms of the Mega Drive version just because there's too much happening on screen. Like Yellow Devil for example, originally on the NES version he goes ridiculously fast, which I absolutely despise the most in the original Mega Man 1. And I personally don't mind with the forms of trying to make Yellow Devil slow down for a little bit. I think it's the reason being for that is because it makes it way too easy. Yeah, as far as I've noticed on the actual research on that Mario. Yeah, even for me as well. But as far as I'm aware, that it might be very difficult to find right now, but in forms of Mega Man The Wily Wars on a Mega Drive game, I think it's most likely because it's on the Sega system, and most people seem to didn't even buy Mega Man games on the Sega consoles. Well, technically there are 2 of them actually. Okay. One which we've already mentioned, the forms of Mega Man The Wily Wars for the Mega Drive, and there's also Mega Man on the Game Gear, which we'll talk more on that later time, throughout next year or something. Yeah, assuming if we're actually going to be doing with the handheld games throughout down the road, and maybe we can able to tackle through Mega Man X series, if that's possible. Well, and we'll see Buttercup, we'll see. So, yeah, that's what I can say about Mega Man The Wily Wars, and somehow the game's gonna be way too overpricey every nowadays because, you know, it's on the Sega system or what have you. But the main feature of the forms of the big selling points with the forms of Mega Man The Wily Wars is the Wily Tower, which means is the fact that you can actually open, it's basically the unlockable mode, basically. In order to actually unlock this mode is by simply we need to complete all 3 games in one save file. I gotta say though, is that Wily Tower is actually the interesting mode of the entire game. Means you can actually go for a goblet of the forms of different rooms for the Wily Tower. And what's amazing about this is the fact that you can able to actually access to all the every weapons from Mega Man's 1 through 2, means you can able to actually just select it at any point. Mean, like for example, if you're having trouble with platforming, just use the Magnum Beam from Mega Man 1, or even especially noticeable with the Rush Jet, or especially noticeable with the forms of Item 2 or something like that, which is very cool by the looks of it though. But even then though, that's what I can really think about from Mega Man The Wily Wars. It's a very interesting game. I don't know if we can get that game though, because again, it's way too pricey because it's on the Sega Mega Drive cartridge, I think. Yeah, it's somewhat similar to Castlevania The New Generation and stuff. So let's move on to another game, but in forms of another remake game. That will have to be the forms of Mega Man Powered Up. Yeah, which is only came out on the PlayStation Portable, which means it's a remake of Mega Man 1. Yes, exactly, ever since, you know, 1987. So, as far as that title applies, it's basically a remake of Mega Man 1, and the noticeable differences this time is the forms of the graphical updates. Presentation has been top-notch, including voice acting here and there as well, including the intro stage ever since Mega Man 7, 8, and Mega Man and Bass. Yeah, which is kind of odd. And also, but in forms of 2 more Robot Masters, makes a grand total of, you know, 8 Robot Masters. So, we still have the usual 6 from the original mode, but there's also 2 new ones, like Oil Man and Time Man. So, yeah, that's all I can really delta for anyway. There's also some of the little differences here and there is the fact that, well, it actually has a difficulty select, just like in Mega Man 2, even before Mega Man 10 exists in 2010. Even though that game did came out, well, Mega Man Powered Up rather, it did came out in the forms of I can't remember what year was it. I think it's about 2006 or something, after Mega Man Maverick Hunter X, which is also a Mega Man X remake on that game. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that, but we'll discuss that in a later time. Yeah, because we can't get into Mega Man X series, at least for now on though, but don't worry, we'll get to that games until eventually. Yeah, but there are only like 8 games and stuff like that, but even then though, I wish they're expecting there might be X9 around here, but no luck for that yet. Yeah, I wish I was hoping for that the same thing too. But the only thing about the forms of Mega Man Powered Up though is that it can be a little bit pricey compared to Mega Man The Wily Wars. I think it's most likely because of no one seems able to play games on the portable systems rather than on the forms of consoles they preferred. Well, at least because of how the fact that it's on the PlayStation Portable to begin with. Yeah, because there aren't any re-releases on the forms of Mega Man Powered Up, neither did the digital download version of that game either. Which is kind of a shame though, Knuckles, because even then we really love to play that game out. But unfortunately though, we need to able to pay a lot of money for it. Yeah, even compared to Castlevania Dracula X Chronicles on the PSP. Yeah, I know that, and even they're kind of hard to get at this point too. Yeah, I know that, but even then I'm very curious to be able to try that game out once we get our money first, Blossom. Yeah, I know that. And the final game, before we're able to actually wrap things up with the forms of the actual marathon of Mega Man, and that will have to be the actual sequel to the Mega Man and Bass game, only on the Bandai WonderSwan, and that will have to be Rockman and Forte, or in this case Mega Man and Bass, Challenger of the Future. Which, as far as that name applies, is basically a continuation of Mega Man and Bass series of games. But the noticeable difference this time is the fact that the main villain is not Dr. Wily. No, it was actually forms of like, I don't know what that villain's name it was, I wonder, because I haven't looked up on many Let's Plays out there. But I've seen some of them, but that game only came out on Japan in 1999, which is about a year later than a year later after, you know, Mega Man and Bass for the Super Famicom. Yeah, which is kind of odd. And as far as the Bandai WonderSwans goes, for the handheld anyway, in the Mega Man and Bass Challenger of the Future, it actually has some unique features, like the forms of, there's a way that you can able to actually play some of these levels that only requires you to able to play with a different positions to your hands. Like the forms of Aircon stage, that you can only play this level if you manage to hold up your Bandai WonderSwan handheld console in vertical position, whilst in the rest of the game is actually horizontal as well. Yeah, which is very interesting to say much for that, Blossom. I gotta give credits worth credits due. I kinda wish it does that in the forms of any other games at this point, but since we're moving on to the new generation of consoles, because of that though, Bandai WonderSwan doesn't sell nearly as well as we thought. Yeah, even compared to any other consoles for their popularity, even though it's made by Bandai. So, yeah, that's all I can really discuss upon for this point. Well, once again, you can still play as Mega Man or Bass, and you still need to able to actually just force to play as one character only throughout your entire adventure. So it's kind of like the forms of the original Mega Man and Bass, for sure. So, yeah, thank you so much guys for watching of our forms of our Mega Man Marathon selection of games that we did done. And overall, we did have a very good time to each other. Yeah, including me. Yep, and me as well. So did I. And even me, because of all that, the 16-bit glorious graphics are beautiful. Yeah, even me as well, even though I'm still stuck with the forms of 8-bit rendition of Mega Man from Mega Man 6, but hey, at least it's a very enjoyable time for me. Yeah, me too. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. This is me, Mega Man, Mario, Sonic the Hedgehog, Duffy Duck, Piglet, Mickey, Twilight Sparkle as ever, and Rarity, Blossom, Buttercup, Knuckles the Echidna, and Mega Man, of course. Well, I've already said that, didn't I? So I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys soon enough, until when Mega Man 11 comes out. That was a nice relief, wasn't it? After quite a lot of recording sessions, so I think. Oh yeah, because the reason why this marathon took so long than any other marathon selection of games, even compared to Sonic's Game Gear Marathon at this point, because it took us a lot of editing work to able to actually do that successful attempts in some of the sections. Yeah, especially noticeably with these tougher platforms comes to play. Yeah, I know that. But hey, on the plus side though, thankfully though, we don't get as nearly as much delays, aside from my Mega Man and Bass playthrough we need to finish up with, and even especially noticeable when Mega Man needs to able to take some time before he starts to able to deal with Mega Man 10. But in the end, we did that in a perfect timing. Yeah, so, yeah, just like any forms of how it does it in September 2018, as we expected, there's going to be some upcoming Let's Plays for our YouTube channel, such as Kirby's Epic Yarn, which I'm about to do one tomorrow. And might as well do Pac-Man Party until at some point. And even a redo Let's Play of the forms of Sonic and the Secret Rings until October at some point. And as soon as I'm able to actually just to get my hands on Shadow the Hedgehog, I might as well do a redo Let's Play on that as well. And I believe also I need to able to actually finish up with Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, I think. Yeah, in case if we want to able to actually just move on to the next selection of games at this point. So, overall, despite all that, with some of these little bit of delays, like let's just say 2 days delays, I think we did that pretty well. I think that deserves it, right? Oh hey Luigi, how's it going? Oh yeah, how was the new forms of the Mega Man Marathon we actually did, you guys are doing? I think we did that pretty successful, did we guys? Yeah, we did that very well. Yep, seems to me anyway. And I just wanted to let you know, Mario, I think we should able to actually just have a little bit of a discussion to make for our own time. Okay then, what's that all about then? Yoshi, come here. Yoshi! Oh hi, Yoshi's back. So even then I can able to hop into his back, just like it does in the old times. Yeah, I know that, Mario. In fact, can you pick me up for a moment there? Okay, sure. And this might be a little bit awkward for us to do this. Oh. You sure you get the hang of this, Yoshi? Yoshi. So, see you guys soon. Yeah, have a nice little trip. Come on, Yoshi, giddy up. Don't be like a horse, god dang it. Oh, typical Mario Brothers. They always attempt to do that sometimes. But hey, on the plus side though, that it just gets the point. Hey girls. Hey, Rarity and Piglet. I got your baby daughter back. Oh, how is she, by the way? Did she have a fun time? Yes, of course. Oh, hey, Bubbles. Yeah, hey, Bubbles. Hey, girls. I really do miss you these days. But even then, we haven't got anything in common in mind. Yeah, but even then, what do we say? We can able to actually just go ahead and, do something, else for once? Like beat the crap out of the forms of Mojo Jojo again? Well, at least in our time. Come on, let's go and get kick his butt. See you guys. Boing! Hello. Oh, hi, Pinkie Pie. How's it going? Hey, I've heard that you did on the Mega Man Marathon games. Yep, we certainly did. Yeah, we did have some bit of frustrations here and there. But apart from that, though, you guys did pretty well. I'm hoping it might be X11, or no, not X11. Don't you mean Mega Man 11 and Mega Man X9 is about to be revealed at some point? Well, I don't know, but even then, I'm really excited for it. Well, even nothing compares to the Super Mario Party. Oh, Mom, I'm so glad you, meet me again. Even though you just got your mane, covered on your face. Oh, sorry about that, my baby, Manaphy. Say, how about we can go out on the actual playground to each other? And that way we can able to actually get some enjoyable out of, Manaphy's every experience. So even then, what do we say then, my son, or my daughter? Yes. Okay, see you guys then. We'll, look after Manaphy for a little bit for some time before we're out. And I'm also able to go back and doing some of my studies while you guys manage to able to actually just have a chat. So now it's down to the forms of just only like 4 of us for the time. Except me. Hey Tiana. Hey Sonic. How are you guys doing? Yeah, doing fine actually. Well, I've heard you did done Mega Man Marathon for not too while ago, and surprisingly enough, we actually did this on the perfect timing this time. Yeah, which I'm very appreciated. Sonic? Yes, Tiana? I think we might actually have to have ourselves a little bit of a discussion about the forms of the upcoming updates on our videos soon. Oh, what do you mean? It's a top secret. Okay, so this should be a top secret then, so yeah, I do appreciate it by the stuff. Mwah. Yeah, I do love you still, even for we always been in love for about almost 8 years for this point. Well, almost anyway. So, I'll see you guys about any moments there, Mickey and Duffy and Knuckles. Hey Knuckles, why don't you just join in with me? In a minute. Okay then, so, see you guys then. Come on, Tiana, my sweetheart. Oh, jeez, what's next? I mean, can we just, like, take a break from any of us? Well, apart from me, of course. Hey Duffy, what's up, bro? Hi. I did not expect you to come in here. Well, yeah, that's why I can really just have a chat from, of how you're getting on. Meanwhile, while me and Mickey are about to be going out for, just have a little bit of a restaurant or whatever, or just playing games and all that stuff, as we expected. Excuse me, did you just burp, Knuckles? Oh yeah, sorry. So yeah, what are you trying to say, buddy? In terms of how the fact that well, I don't know, it just gets like, I don't know, sense of confusion's sake. Yeah, I don't know what you're trying to talk about from here. But hey, on the plus side though, we can able to actually just go ahead and see what's over there, and we can able to actually just see of how everything else is gonna happen to us. Yeah, I should.